In this video, we are going to go over interpreting graphs of functions. So we are going to look at the graph and talk about some key features. So first, when we're evaluating from a graph, if we're given f of a number and the number is in our parentheses, that is what x is equal to. So what they're looking for is what y is equal to at that x number. So I'm going to go to where x is 6, which is right here. I'm going to trace it until I hit my red line, and then look at what the y value is at that point. So when x is 6, y is 5. So f of 6 would equal 5. Similarly, x is equal to 1. What is y equal to? So if I go to where x is 1, I'm going to go up until I hit my red line, and I can see that my y is 11. So when x is 1, y is 11. Now I look at -7. So again, x equals -7. So I'm going to go to -7, go till I hit my red line, and then look at what the y value is. The y value is 6. So f of -7 equals 6. Now let's do this backwards. So I'm going to erase. Now, when they tell me what are the x values when f of x is 8, what they're telling me is when y is 8, what is x? So I'm going to go to where y is 8, which is right here. And then I'm going to follow this horizontal line. And so I want to see all the values when y is 8, x is these 3 values. So x is -8, x is -3, and x is 5. Do the same thing for the next one. So this is saying when f of x is 2, meaning when y equals 2, what is x? So I'm going to go to where y is 2, which is right here, and I'm going to look at all the values along that line. Y is 2. One of them is -5, and one of them is 7. All right, let's take all this stuff and put it together now. So if I look at this graph, they gave me the equation, and they gave me the graph. And they're going to ask me some details. So first, they're asking me, where is my graph? Where's my interval of increasing? So if I look at my graph, I can see it is decreasing, then increasing. So what's my interval of increasing? Well, my interval of increasing, we're always going to use our x values. So my graph starts increasing here, which is at this x value of -3, and then it's going to increase forever to the right, so it's going to increase towards positive infinity. So my interval of increasing will be -3 to infinity. Same thing with interval of decreasing. I'm still going to use my x values. So if I look at this graph, it is decreasing from the left, meaning it's decreasing from -infinity, and it stops decreasing here again at -3. So now what is the domain for my graph? Well, the domain for my graph is, again, all of the x values. And so when we're looking for our domain, we're going to go left to right. So I'm going to look on the left side of my graph, which is right here, and it has that -infinity again, because that's the left arrow, what the left arrow means. Then on the right side of my graph has this positive infinity, so my domain is going to be -infinity to positive infinity. Now, my range is my y values, and that's going to be bottom to top. So I'm going to look for the bottom of my graph here. Oops, I got that to be this color. Bottom is right here to the top, which is here. So the bottom of my graph is here at -2, because again, I want to use the y number at this point. So -2, and then it points up forever, so it's pointing towards infinity. Now it wants us to evaluate at 1. So I'm going to go to where x is 1. This means x is 1. I'm going to go to where x is 1. So where x is 1 right here. And then I'm going to look at what this point is. So when x is 1, y is 1, 2. So f of x, or f of 1 equals 2. Now they're telling me f of x equals 0, meaning y equals 0. And what does x equal? So if I go to where y equals 0, well, y equals 0 everywhere along this y-axis that I'm highlighting in orange. So I see 2 spots along the y-axis, or the x-axis, excuse me, here and here. And those are where y is 0. So I see -5 and -1 are the 2 spots where x is equal to when y is 0. So it's saying when y is 0, what is x equal to? It would be -5 and 1.